New construction homes or resale homes. There are so many options out there right now that it can be overwhelming which direction to go. Today, let's take a look at the pros and cons of each segment of the market and help determine which is the best for you. All right, let's jump right in. Hi everyone, it's Chelsea Robinson here, team leader of Gather Home Group with Keller Williams, Fort Myers and the Islands, bringing you another segment of living in Southwest Florida. Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and really all of Southwest Florida have seen a ton of new development popping up. With our more well-established communities, some people may be weighing the possibility of purchasing one of those new homes or sticking with what we consider as resale property. Both options come with advantages and potential drawbacks, and understanding these can help you make the best choice for your lifestyle and budget. Let's first look at the pros and cons of buying new construction. One of the most obvious advantages of buying new construction is that, well, everything is new. The design is more modern designs like open floor plans or raised ceilings. The options like flooring, cabinetry, and countertops will all be more modern options. And some builders, if you catch them early enough on, may even let you make changes or choices that fit your personal design aesthetic. In my opinion though, one of the most important parts of it being new is that they have new mechanical systems that include the latest energy efficiency. HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and roofing are all the biggest eventual costs for replacement, and knowing that these systems are new and at their peak efficiency can be a huge peace of mind. Another thing inside these homes that might be appealing is that they often use the latest energy efficient materials, appliances, and smart home technology, meaning things like MyQ smart garage doors, energy efficient appliances, camera doorbells, these sorts of things that can make life easier, and some like appliances that may even help lower your utility bills. Speaking of garage doors and roof ages, newer construction also typically uses materials that can be hurricane resistant. Concrete block homes is becoming more and more our norm, but so are things like hurricane impact windows, as well as impact rated garage doors. Another perk, builder warranties. Most new builders and new homes will come with a builder warranty that covers all those structural components. Many builders do a 1 year for things like stucco or drywall or other little things that have broken, and then 10 years for all the major structural components. With all these features and being so new, insurance also tends to be lower. And speaking of insurance, insurance tends to be related to how likely things are going to get broken. The older they are, the higher the insurance. Since everything is new, insurance tends to be less expensive. I do warn though, plan on that number to increase over time. As things age, it will change. You can often get a report done from a home inspector certifying that these things are in good condition, and they may lower your bill again, but that first year of newness will definitely be the lowest number you see. Speaking of the numbers, in our current market, builders are often offering incentives that may entice you to the property. It's not uncommon at the moment to see closing assistance and possibly rate buy downs as part of the lure of new construction. And last but not least, if you are an HOA kind of person looking for community amenities, then new construction might be a good fit for you. Many newer communities are offering lifestyle with resort amenities like multiple pools and fitness centers and walking trails. Not all new construction is in a community. For example, in Cape Coral and the High Acres, there's quite a bit of individual homes being offered by builders that are lot by lot. But some communities like Stonewater are in those areas, but the bulk are going to be done lot by lot. In Fort Myers, the vast majority of new construction homes available will be located in a new development. All right, well, there are lots of perks. There are some cons too. So let's discuss that. I mentioned that a pro is the incentives, but also know that new homes tend to be a little bit more expensive than resale. It is often premium pricing on getting the opportunity to be the first occupant. Depending on the market conditions, the builder may not really budge on their pricing and will be less negotiable. Some builders are more negotiable than others. Last year, I did get a builder to come down $30,000 for a client, and then I also had one that wouldn't budge at all. They each have their own set of numbers, and it really can vary depending on their company model and the market you're buying in. So just keep that in mind. It sometimes does come with a premium. Also, in some of those HOAs, there can be additional closing cost fees for the new community. A one-time fee for irrigation hookup is one that I've seen. So keep in mind that while there are closing cost assistances, since the closing costs can be running higher still, it may not be enough to cover the whole thing. Make sure you run your numbers. If you're purchasing a home in an HOA, it's likely to have a CDD or a community development district, which is a bond the builder takes out to develop the land and then passes it on to the residents. They don't pay it themselves. It usually lasts 15 to 30 years. They do pop up in younger resale as well. This bond is going to be added to your home's tax bill so it doesn't get paid separately. Another con would be the timing. If the home is still under construction, you might have to wait several months before its completion. Also, new construction developments largely can be found more inland. This is because the heart of the city has already been developed and the land just isn't there in bulk for the builders to find. Now, like I said before, there are some exemptions like in Cape Coral where those houses are going up lot by lot, but as a whole, new construction developments tend to be a little bit further out inland. And speaking of locations, those new developments may take more time to look established simply because the trees and the landscaping are going to need more time to mature. If you're wanting the old oaks or the tall palms vibe, resale may be the way to go. Now that we've talked about the new construction, let's look at the other side, the resale market. Resale homes are often more affordable than new construction, allowing buyers to get more space for their budget. Just like driving a new car off the dealer's lot, the resale home often won't hold that premium for the cachet of being the first. And some people just really want to be able to say that sometimes, so those new constructions have that premium. Also, right now we have a plethora of resale properties, which both gives more choices in finding the right fit, but also may have more negotiating power since it isn't a corporation setting their rates. Also, the neighborhoods are often more established with that mature landscaping, sometimes larger lots, and it could be closer to amenities like beaches, parks, downtown, things like that. Resale homes are often going to have character or unique features that may not be found in new construction, and they may have more of an identity and not be as cookie cutter. Resale is already built, and buyers are able to get into them quicker, and they're on their timeline much faster than if they had to wait for the home to be built. The cons? Well, with resale, everything isn't brand new and might need some maintenance or repairs or updating. And sometimes I've heard from buyers that they just want to feel like no one has lived in that home before, and so that they don't have to be a homeowner who's already been there and lived in it. For resale, beyond the optional home warranty, there aren't often builder warranties in place for protection unless you buy a house that was built within the last, say, 10 years. So buyers will need to make sure that they inspect and also make sure the home fits their needs. The choice between new construction and resale homes in Fort Myers ultimately depends on your priorities. If you value modern features, energy efficiency, and lower maintenance, a new construction home may be the right choice. However, if you prefer a lower price point, an established neighborhood, and quicker move-in times, a resale option may be the better option. Before we wrap this up, please let me know in the comments which of your preferences you would have. If you have any questions about the area, feel free to ask. I have a lot of information, all on my contact information below in the description, and that includes the link tree that has the 96-page moving guide and direct access to the MLS so you can continue your search. Or if you want to pick my brain and discuss the ins and outs of your own personal situation, then feel free to book an appointment with me. I love to jump on video calls with people and talk about their needs are and whether or not Southwest Florida is going to be a good fit for them. As a heads up, my video schedule can sometimes be erratic. I'm a realtor, but I'm also a mom and a volunteer in our community, and I make these videos when I have a spare moment from serving my community. So I really recommend that if you like videos like this, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified when I drop another one. And while I might not be on here daily, we do try to post pretty close to daily over on social media, things that might be of interest, like weekly articles and information that you may find handy and give you insight as to what life in Florida looks like. As always, we really appreciate it when you leave us a comment and hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification bells so that you can be notified when we drop future videos that help you with living in Southwest Florida. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I wish you much health and happiness.